We're in Cavern County, Tennessee today with a new permission. An old farmer here said he had a cave open up in one of these big rains, and we're checking it out. And it's never been in before, it just opened up. And the strange thing is, we're finding finds in here over 100 years old, washed down into this old sinkhole cave. So y'all stick around. Guys, I'm back with my old buddy Backwoods Digger here. We're going to get in this adventure together. It's just too dangerous by yourself. And he loves doing it too. Well, anyway, an old farmer here, he had a big range coming here back in April. And this whole thing bottom filled up out of that pond, but then it just disappeared. A cave opened up, a sinkhole, and it washed all that stuff in there. You can see it washed a gully down through here. We're checking this entrance out. That's the most dangerous part here, all this loose rock where it's scaled out around it. And we're checking it out. Make sure it's safe. My buddy here's getting ready to go down on the rope here, so we're getting at it. Well, while he's going down there, here's a story on this old thing. This sinkhole used to be an old sinkhole outside, and they had it plumb full of burn pile here. And the farmer said it just,
what can I do to help you now?
After that rain, he looked and it was all gone, the burn pile. It's laying here to the left of where he's at right now, wood. And the rest of it is washed plumb down in that cavity into that cavern down through there. And the thing about this place was, before he owned this farm, he was telling me that this used to be they dumped into this thing 50 to 100 years ago. They dumped stuff into this. Now, after you see this, you'll see what I'm talking about. We found all kinds of old items of all kinds. Glass, bottles, signs, car parts, barn races, everything. It just unlimited what we found and what could still be found here. But we have to check out this stuff. It's kind of scaly around here where it opened up at. This rock's cracked loose. But this room here is probably 40, 50 foot diameter down here. He's at the bottom, and I'm fixing to follow him down in there. That cavity there opens up, but it's a crawlway. Well, the only thing is, we wished we'd brought our knee pads. We didn't think to bring them. Just making sure of all this loose rock. Is it just a crawlway, Slim, or what? So, we've been about a quarter mile back in here, so you'll see. And my old buddy, he's in front of me down through there. Just working our way down. We head into that little passageway. I let him go in front of me. He's a lot younger than I am. My old knees can't stand much of this. But we found some pretty good stuff in here. Looks like an old medicine bottle. I don't know how old that is. There's an old insulator. That's old. That's back at least 60, 70 years ago. Found a bunch of them in here. Well, evidently when that water broke loose, and that old dump up there, it just cut and sucked and cut the banks, and all that dirt sucked all that stuff in here like a tidal wave. There's no telling what we'll find in here. There's a railroad spike. crawling on back in here. It's about 4 to 5 foot high. And probing the bottom. Old strap or band or something. Pieces of glass, big glass. Don't know what that was from. There you see 2x4s laying here. Work our way on back in there. Now there's a spark plug, an old champion spark plug. Don't know how old that is, has to be old. Old pieces of metal. More big pieces of glass. It's got 2 or 3 passageways in here. Now there is a wiper blade. Well, the arm for a wiper blade off some old vehicle. Couldn't tell you. More old glass. It just keeps going on and on. There's another insulator. We found a total of about 6 of them. They're all busted though, cracked, broke. I did bring one good one home. Now this branches off 2 or 3 different ways. Slim-O went on ahead there. He's trying to explore where they go, where they split off. Here a few minutes later he comes back. It's hard on your knees without knee pads, I'm telling you. Some of these passageways so small you just can't get in them. This looks like a barren race, or a race for an outer ring of a wagon wheel or something. Don't know. These passages just keep going on and on. There is no pretty formations in here. It's just a drainage in these rocks. Now here's where he found this old sign. This old sign is brass. We scraped it. It is a brass sign back in the old days, 100 years ago or so. You can see where it had a stub there where it mounted. We carried that out there. Just probing these bottoms. All this stuff is washed in here like a tidal wave. I wouldn't want to be in here in a heavy rain outside. No. It'd be a river coming through here on you. It has to open up into a big cavern somewhere. We went about 1/4 of a mile back in there, and it never did end. Just kept going, branching off. All this water going somewhere. Still picking up pieces of metal. Can't identify it. Old handle for something. More big pieces of glass. Don't know. Can't identify them. Old rusted metal. Now this is a set of filler gauges. Big long set. Rusted. Filter gauges down here. That's what it looks like. Pieces of glass. Passages just keep going on and on. There's looking outside. I went back up ahead of him. I'm up at the top at the entrance. He's coming back out of there. Like I said, we went about a quarter mile in there. It just kept going different branches. On and on.
It's dangerous that right here. Get back. Whew! That was cool, guys. That was cool.
We're looking, panning around on the bank here. You can see glass sticking out of this bank. Pieces of this, pieces of that. Now, it must have been a big dump here at one time, years and years ago. Don't know what was here. But I found stuff like this right here. Here's an old, looks like, I don't know, cream ball or sag, or I don't know, woodbury on the bottom of it. All kinds of stuff like this around here. Oh, you don't see this anymore. But it's all chipped, busted. Here's in a good shape. This is a good bottle. It ain't no ball or nothing, cannonball. It's just an old bottle of some kind. It's got markings on it, but I can't identify it. Here's another insulator. Dug it out of the bank. There's the one I brought home. It looks like that right there. And we found a bunch of these old things. They must have had a pile of them when they upgraded their electrical system years ago. And here's another old bottle. Found it's not busted. Don't know what that is. And a bunch of little stuff like this. Don't know what this is. Some kind of medicine bottle. I don't think it's a beer bottle or nothing. Too small a spout on it. Don't know. Well, anyway, here's some snapshots of what we've seen in the cave instead of watching all that blurry stuff. Just enjoy. Picture some of the passageways. That's looking towards, from the little hole back towards the outside there, where I'm up on top right there. That's probably 50, 60 feet away. Old medicine bottle. Still had something in it. 2x4s, wood, just everything washed down through here. There's one of them insulators he found. Railroad spike. What in the world? Passageway. Old metal strap. It's liable to be anything laying down here. Another passageway. Yeah, them's tree roots. It washed trees in here. Just on and on. You can see scratches in the top of the roof where stuff had come through there with such force it just scratched into the rock. Another insulator, different type. More passageways. Here's that old sign he found. It was broke. A third of it was broke off. It says Fay on it. Fee or Fay. F-E-Y. Don't know what the whole word was. Coming up out of there, looking up towards me. Just pictures of us going in. My old buddy backwoods digger, he's having fun. And the old man crawling out there. Here's that sign again, whatever that is. A third of it's broke off. And you can see on the bottom where it's mounted on a pole. Brass, that has to be old. Here's an old Pepsi bottle. You don't see them anymore. Anyway, this is looking out. From the inside looking out. Looks like the state of Tennessee there, don't it? That light. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this adventure. We'll try to do some more of this if you enjoyed it. And leave a comment if you like this, or you want me to just go back into the old woods again, back in these road beds. Either way, I love finding history. So, I want to thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.